My family has been with RAVE for about 18 years. And I was lucky enough to get invited to a parent meeting. And there they had RAVE and a representative, Ricky Robb, who said they had a nonprofit and what they wanted to do was watch our kids for us for free. And I was like, what? I couldn't believe it. And I'm like, but do you know that our kids are really, really hard? It takes a lot just to keep them safe and alive. And she's like, nope, we've got it. And that's how we started with them 18 years ago. My boys are 21 now. And we've done a lot of things with RAVE over the years. And at first, it was the 3-hour drop-off that was so important because it was the only break my husband and I got. And we've been married 31 years now. And it has been a struggle to have twins with autism. Most people don't get it. And the other thing is, as they grow older, then it's even harder to take them out in the public. You get judged so harshly by people they don't understand. And so to have the teen RAVE that takes them to activities and have the support that we need for them to participate is just everything to me. They've only ever been to the water park here twice, and that was both times with RAVE.
When we talked to early intervention, they mentioned Northern Nevada RAVE, and she's like, give them a call, they'll be able to help you with whatever you need. We were a little hesitant just because we just recently got diagnosed, and it's such a hard time already. So when we came down, Melvin instantly, it was home. It was his first time walking in, and they just played with him and talked to him, and it was just like our first visit. And it was just such a life-changing experience because, we just went through this traumatic diagnosis and dealing with all the doctors and everything like that, and then to find a place like that, it was great. So the first time we came to RAVE, we were very hesitant. And they told us that we could sit inside with him or, just sit in the parking lot if we needed to. They were very comforting with us. And we actually sat in the parking lot and cried for our first visit. And when we went to pick up Melvin, they told us that he had so much fun. It was just great because it was a place where we could drop them off and not have to worry. So we've been with RAVE for 4 years now, and I don't even know where we would be without it. My boys call this their friend's house. This is their favorite place to be. My son Melvin wants to live here. And every time you walk in the door, the staff is so kind, and you can tell they truly care about your kids. As a parent of a special needs kid, you don't get that experience everywhere. We can't go to the grocery store or to the movies. And when John was starting pre-K, no one would take him because as soon as they hear that your kid has autism, nobody wants to watch them. So as parents, you have to give yourself up. I gave up my teaching career to stay home to take care of them because nobody else would. And so when they both got to come to RAVE, it was their break and mine. Melvin was nonverbal. And as he became to RAVE, he started to talk more and make friends, and we got to see relationships blossom. We've had play dates and just really grown as not only a family, but as people, because they get to be independent in a place where I don't have to worry that if they have a meltdown, I'm going to have to come pick them up, or a place where, they're not wanted. This is their home, and, I couldn't imagine where we would be without it. So we never used to get date nights. We've been married 8 years, and we had Melvin after 3 years of marriage, so it was just taking care of him And so we use that to go on dates, build our relationship. I'm also a full-time student, so I use that to be able to do homework. Or sometimes it's just as simple as getting to go to the grocery store without having to worry about, is Melvin gonna be okay? Is John gonna have a tantrum? And it's just little things like that that is just that moment to breathe. Because as a special needs parent, you're on call 24/7. You don't get a break. And while, people can look at the kids and be like, oh, it can't be that bad. You don't know until you've experienced it.
It's definitely something that, I mean, having kids is hard, and having kids with special needs is really, really hard. And trying to manage all the stress that goes along with making sure that they're okay every day. And still able to be happy and to thrive. When Aiden was about 18 months or about 2 years old, I had a social worker that was really awesome, and she reached out to me and let me know that there was this place called RAVE, and that they had the ability to help give us a little bit of a break. And so I immediately jumped on that and filled out the application. And the first time we came, it was amazing. We felt like it was an extension of our family. And I instantly trusted all the volunteers and everything, because I knew they had been trained to deal with kids with special needs. And so it was really, really comforting. And it was awesome to be able for Aiden to get a break from the medical appointments and the constant worrying about his health, and for me to be able to get a little bit of time to care for myself too, so that I could come back and be a better caregiver and be a better mom to all of the kids. There are so many resources that are available for families, but RAVE by far is one of the most important, for sure. One of the things that was really amazing to me, there was one night actually where we came to RAVE, and when we were driving here, Aiden was doing some funny things in the car, but I was just kind of keeping a close eye on him and making sure that he was good. And when we got to RAVE, he was behaving normal. After I left, probably about 5 or 10 minutes later, RAVE actually called me. One of the volunteers called me and said that Aiden was acting funny, and he was actually having a seizure. And they knew right away. They knew, because they know him. And so they were able to address it quickly. And they knew exactly what they needed to do to help him. And they stayed with him the whole time. And it was just like such an amazing thing for me that they knew. They knew the second it started happening, like I would know as a mother. And I've never had an experience like that, where people and volunteers knew because they loved and cared about my kid as much as I do. And that's what makes RAVE special. And that's what makes it important. I've gone to see movies before, and I've gone out to dinner, even just by myself. And it's like the best thing ever. And so it's those little moments where I can like do the things that I wouldn't normally do having 4 kids. And there have been times where I just sit in a little cafe and I read a book, but it's like super peaceful and it's calm, and I know that my boys are being taken care of just like I would. And so I'm really, really grateful for that. And then when I come back, they're excited to show me their artwork. They're excited to show me the things that they made and the things that they did. And I really love too that the volunteers have been doing these little cards talking about what each boy did during the night and what they were playing with or accomplishing and stuff. And it's really exciting for me to read those notes at the end of the night to see what they did and how much fun they had too.
can you tell me what's your favorite part of RAVE? Your
My
favorite thing?
part is probably the games. Me too. You got to be kidding me.
What do you want people to know? Because you're going to be on a video. So what do you want the world to know about RAVE?
So I want them to know that it's a really good place. Yeah, and you gotta go there.